Hello, welcome back to Retro. See, this is live for Everton versus Newcastle Newcastle preview live on Saturday. Half time kickoff live on PT Sport. So we're going to this game. I reckon with zero confidence after that result the other night. Yo, how we doing, mate? How are you? So we got a big game because we did absolutely terrible. We couldn't beat Leeds. Everton drew the week as well. So yesterday. So 6-2 us. We need to win this game. We need to win this game. We need to win because Newcastle got zero confidence. Good. What about you? I'm fine. I'm good, mate. Positive for but Saturday's result. Saturday coming, but I don't think we're going to win this game on Saturday. It's going to be tough because Everton's a really good side. Plus, like Rodriguez, they've got the drew last night against Leeds against Leicester at home. So we got them on Saturday. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Thomas. 2, 3, 2, 1. Hello, how are you? We need to definitely, yeah, I agree on that. Definitely agree. We need to win this game. But don't win this game, we're knackered. Steve Bruce, I'm still Steve Bruce out. Completely out. I'm just sick of watching this football club burn to hell. We have had that many wins, that many losses. What's going to happen with the club now? Nothing. We're done for. We're done. I'm just sick now. Because Everton's going to come to this game and think, oh, we're going to beat Newcastle. Thomas Lowe says, I want Steve Bruce up now. Yeah, I'm sick. I'm sick. I couldn't watch that game on Tuesday night against Leeds. We weren't the best team. First half in that game, we were shocking. Second half, we played a bit better. Bomberman scored, but that was it. We didn't win the game. Completely win it. But we need to win this one. We need to win big on Saturday. Because I have faith in this time. But we don't know about, how we're going to progress this game on Saturday. Because we could get beat. We could lose. This could be 12 games without a win. And Steve Bruce has got to go by this weekend. I want him gone by this weekend. I want him out of my club. Because we've got Everton strong forward. Shelby and Hendrick are a joke. Yeah. They were terrible. They were absolutely terrible. But couldn't get the job done. But couldn't get it done against, a strong side. We could have beaten. We could even beat Everton in Leeds on Tuesday night. We were crap. We were shocking. Links in the chat when I join the chat. The links in the chat now. We could have really win. This is a time for Steve Bruce to show up. Just shut up shop and get out of my club. Because he's not doing a thing for Newcastle United. We have not had a win in a long time. Exactly. Where the next one come from? Never. I'm pit sick. We have watched this club grow and grow and grow. We have watched this club grow and grow. Where is the next one going to come from? Because that game on Tuesday night was shocking. This is the one where last time we played Everton was this season, I think last season before the season started. I think we'll beat them. I don't know what time I put them. This is the first time I'm meeting, but we need to win. I'm sick of the death of watching my club get destroyed by Steve Bruce. Who the hell is a majority through on the day? I was born on the left, but I'm a majority exactly. You respect that. We respect that as a Toon fan. We love to have. I never leave the Toon side down. Exactly. We're the best for us in the club. But we got to win this game on Saturday. If we don't win it, see Bruce, there's the door. You know where it is. But we give you 12. If we don't win this game, that's 12 games on a win, man. Shocking. Shocking result. We're going to get beat, Aaron. We're going to get beat. I can see this happening. What are we doing? Nothing this week. What have we brought in? Graham Jones. Who the hell is he? Between us to bloody Bournemouth now. It's just sick. I'm just sick of the death of Newcastle now. What do you think about Graham Jones joining us? Well, former Luton, I don't know why we need him for. We don't need him. But if we're bringing the confidence into the players, we need something. We need to win this one. This is a big game because Everton's good at home. We have got potential in this team to win, but we're not going to win it all. We have not won in a long time, but this is the chance to shine. We're not going to win a game. We're relegated. We're gone. We're going to be gone. Because Burnley won last night. That's just in the crap now. We've got Everton, which is a really strong AB favourites game anyway. For Saturday. Strong favourites. I think we're going to win this at all. I just feel like confidence has gone hill in this club. He's ruined Newcastle, man. Steve Bruce has ruined this club. What's he done? Nothing. We'll be joining Sunderland in League One. Probably will. This rate we've gone. Probably League One team. Probably down the below us, but we need to win. We are not. Steve Bruce has not got a clue how we run a club at all. What does he know about a football club? Nothing. He doesn't know anything about how to run a football club. Because we have not won a game since when? If we don't sack the cabbage head, we'll be in our league side. Exactly. We've got in our league. They're not down there. We'll be up there. We're Premier League side. I'm just sick. I'm just sick now. Sick to death. I'm just sick now. This is the big game, but we're going to get beat. We're going to get beat. I could see it happening. You know, Everton's doing well. We're doing crap. But where are we going to get the next win from? Where are we going to get the next win from? Never. Never. Because our club's getting destroyed by Cabbage Head, Bruce, and Basic. We're going to get something out of this game, but zero confidence. I can't say everyone is going Saturday. Actually, we're getting beat 4-0. Everton. But I don't care. We get beat. We get beat again. We still got the same old crap. We just haven't got the time. What do you think of Man United losing to Sheffield? Yeah, it was a bit of a shocker, like, wasn't it? Thomas Handyman says, every season we hope much, but we're the worst teams like Burnley and Fulham or progressing Newcastle or real danger unless something changes the facts. Yeah, I agree on that, mate. On that question, I agree 100%. We need to win. Because we need to change something. We are in danger now of going down. Top the championship. Down to League One. Because Burnley won last night at home to Villa. Villa. My best prediction is Everton for Newcastle. No, definitely be 3-0 Everton. We're going to get beat. But that game Tuesday night was a right shocker. We were shocking. Couldn't get the job done. We need to. Yeah, true. I agree. 100% agree on that. Yeah, exactly. And get them out of our club. Ash's the same. Guy bung cell. Can't bugger off. Don't need him. We need to win this game on. We need to get some results, but we're not going to get results this weekend. We're going to get beat. We're going to get absolutely hammered against Everton on Saturday. I just know Steve Bruce will go, and when it's too late, and Graham Jones will have to change the changing room soon. I agree. 100% on that. Kind of window was boring. It's a very boring window, wasn't it? But do you think we were saying anybody? Probably not now. Once on anybody window, we're saying anybody. All the saying is the left hand. All we're probably saying is the left hand, man. But I mean, but the way window, it's been boring. We haven't signed anybody. Except that Graham Jones. The transfer window is going to say, we're just going to say Newcastle's loan United. We are loans in Newcastle loan United. We are doing loans all the time. We don't buy players. I wish Shea Boston was back. Me too, mate. Great legend of the club. But we've been boring. Bouncing anybody except a buddy coach. What's that gonna do for the club? Nothing. I'm just sick now. This is just turning into an absolute joke for my team Newcastle United. I agree, Tom. We are low Castle United. We are low Castle United. Low Castle United. We are low, but just crap. Eagles 300%. We are just nothing to do. Poor. We've got Everton on side. We've got Everton this week. We're going to get from there. Beat. Away from home. Again. And again. And again. We're not going to win a game. Never. I'm sick. To death. For club. It's just a joke. It's an absolute joke. Where are we going to get everything from? Nothing. We need some positivity. We need to win this one. We don't want anything. You know, how many years? Months? Years? The only thing what we do is this window is sell. We need to sell one of our players. Exactly. Herbert Richie could be going in the window. Richie heard about that. There is a rumour. Richie could be going, Richie. But I want to go. I want to stay. Bit of the football club, a brilliant leader. We need to act now. Every Newcastle fan watching this will be sick to the club. We are sick to death. We're going to get nothing at Everton. You ain't get nothing this window. We're going to get relegated. We're going down. The players who will leave if we go down would be St. Maximin, Amaran, The whole team would just score. The whole team would just go, man. I'm sick. Let them release soon. From Newcastle, they're giving Steve Bruce any rest. Steve Bruce Newcastle will always get a manager as a joke. Like, we give Everton 3, Newcastle and NSC 0 on Saturday. I agree. We're going to get beat. We're going to get beat like hell. We're saying everyone's saying 3 now. I'm going to say 3 now as well. We're going to get beat on Saturday. Not a doubt it. If Newcastle fan watching this now, I say we're going to get beat. We're going to get beat. We will get beat because we haven't won a game since when? In a long, long time. Lennon is in talks to go to Turkey. Bloody hell. He could be gone now. That won't be gone. Hi, okay. This is Matt, player 2 on TV. How are you? Keep mad. Keep the faith on Saturday. I say a draw. Yeah, draw could be done. We don't know. I'm saying a draw, but we don't know because Everton drew yesterday against Leicester. Sorry, just can't get my head in a minute. Just banging. I put the link in the chat. You want to come and join? You want to join the chat? Give it a second. I put the link in again now. The second half performance, we could help it. We could help us against Everton. Could do. Could have a win. But put that second performance we had on Saturday, on Tuesday night against Leeds, we could have won that game. By far. I wish we can sell Atsu, Havertz, Lazaro they're not bad, yeah. Get rid of them all. Get rid of the lot of them. Because we are a better club. And I agree with Toonami TV there. Sorry, I agree with him. I 100% agree. Because we are being disgusted. Second half. Put that second performance against Leeds into Saturday. And what we can do, we can probably win it. We should have won that game on Saturday. On Tuesday night. We should have won it. Should have scored. We didn't. We let them get on with it. It would have been terrible all season. Yeah, we need to show up in this. We need to show up in the second and first half. It's just a joke. Yeah, it's a joke. I have a guest. We have Toonami TV.
How's it going, mate?
How we doing, Howard?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How you doing?
Not bad.
Good.
Got your camera off, right, soon?
Yes, I've just got my phone charging up at the minute. But I thought I'd come on and chat to you about the game on Saturday.
So your thoughts going into Saturday?
Mixed, really. I think we've got a chance. If we look back at the second half performance against Leeds with ASM, Fraser, Almiron and Callum Wilson playing, I think we've got every chance. Everton, blow hot and cold. They're having a good season, but they're not prone to mistakes. Pickford, we know what he's about. He's always that prone to one mistake. If we take the second half performance in Everton, I think we've got every chance.
We have. So Tom says we need to play better second half, but we have lost impression. We know, like on Villa and West Ham in the top 10. Says all.
Well, there was a massive improvement from the Villa game. First half was shocking, but second half couldn't have been any worse. And we took the game to Leeds. If anything, on the second half shown, we could have at least got a draw out that game. 1-1. We could even nick the game. Could have got the 3 points, but for not poor defending. But Leeds, listen, they played decent.
Yeah, Thomas says Shaw should be playing in midfield. Fabian Shaw.
I see where he's coming from, a CDM role. However, I've actually put him at the back because we don't have enough cover at centre back.
True. The club is a joke from top to bottom. I agree with him. But we won't have to joke. What's your thoughts on Graham Johnson?
One of their mere appointments, isn't it? Was it really needed?
No.
I mean, if you look at Steve Bruce's track record, we know he's an awful Premier League manager. He's good at the Championship, I would say. But in terms of what he's done at Newcastle, the stats speak for themselves. No win in 11 games, 5 straight defeats in the Premier League. He should have been sacked. That's what the board should have done. They should have paid him off. They brought in a new manager with fresh ideas. Do what Chelsea did. Get rid of Lampard when the guns get tough.
Yeah, they did. They did, didn't they?
Why do we have to persist with Steve Bruce?
Exactly. What's he done? Nothing.
I honestly don't understand what we're trying to do. By bringing in another coach, I understand he's a Geordie, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to start, waving his magic wand and results are going to change. We need to, bring in a fresh team of people, like from a head coach to backroom staff. I think that a change is desperately needed at this football club, and I think Mike Ashley's just gambling on Graham Jones because he's a cheaper appointment. If Steve Bruce can't, get results with him in charge, he'll step in and try and keep winning the league. If we keep winning the league, then Ashley will obviously want the takeover, and then he'll probably try and just go on from there. Really.
This the question for you, Sharky. James Mayer, I only say things Steve Bruce is going to eat a cabbage.
Absolutely, spot on. He is a cabbage.
He is not. He can't be a normal non-league side.
I'm just depressed watching Steve Bruce football at the minute.
I'm as well. I'm sick of watching it. It's making me feel like, what's the point supporting Newcastle United?
I wouldn't give up on the side. It's his excuses more than anything else. Like, if you're going to make an excuse in the press conference, at least back it up on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but we don't do it.
We don't. Because I watched that game on Tuesday night. We were shocking. First half, we were shocking.
Absolutely. I think first half, we could have been out of sight. Our Leeds should have been out of sight, do beg your pardon. They had more than enough chances to be 2 or 3 up. 1-0's only a small, advantage. 1-1, you're thinking, right, okay, lads, go on, kick on, try and get that second goal, go and win the game. One moment of lapse of concentration, they go up the other end 4 minutes later and they put the ball in the back of the net, which has been, a problem all season. And it's taken for us to go 2-1 down to then react. We're unlucky in a way because their keepers had to bail them out a few times. And we could have got a 2-2. But listen, I think we give ourselves too much to do. That's the problem.
We did. Another comment from Zach. Is hello, voting for the top lad. So Steve Bruce from exclamation be 999999000.
Basically, what he's saying is 9 at the back.
9 at the back, yeah. Best way.
I think you've got to be positive. Like, going into the Everton game in a sense of I wouldn't just sit back. If I'm Steve Bruce, I'll play 4-2-3-1. I would just ditch this whole 4-4-2 system, ditch the 5 at the back, and just go for a formation that works for us. If you never know, if we go for it on Saturday, we might just come out the other end of a result, and it might just be the confidence boost that the lads need. I'm not saying that we're going to definitely win the game. I mean, it's going to be tough, but if we can get a draw down at Goodison Park, I know it's no win in 12 games, but it's still a point that we can build on.
Yeah, because you look at like last night against Villa last night, getting beat. They drew. They got beat Villa, so it's on pressure on us now to win on Saturday against Everton. We're a strong side. Absolutely.
I mean, Burnley got 3 points yesterday, so they've now gone 3 points clear of us. They've done well in recent weeks. Brighton got a point yesterday, so that's a good result for us. That they're still only a point behind we. Fulham, however, got the point against Brighton, which has put them 6 points behind we, which is it's not much of a gap really. And then you've got Sheffield United getting a good result at Old Trafford. I know they're only on 8 points, but it's now been cut to 11 points off the bottom of the league. What does that result do for them? Well, we'll have to wait and see. West Brom are hot and cold at the minute. They are starting to pick up the odd result. So at the end of the day, we can only focus on ourselves, but it has come to the point now where we're relying on Fulham not to get any more results.
No.
But you look at the big game though, Jay, on Saturday after us. It's Fulham and West Brom. One of them, I can see one of them taking the 3 points, and if they do, it's going to cut our gap if we lose on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, we need to win.
Absolutely.
We need to win because Everton's been, they drew yesterday with Leicester, sorry. yesterday night. Virgil and Leicester. So they're going to put that game. Leicester on form mine this season.
Well, Everton, like I say, they blow hot and cold. They had a really good start of the season, then they tailed off for a little bit, and then they've come back. And then one lapse of concentration. Pickford, I'd say, was a fault for the Leicester equaliser. Maybe you could say it was a good effort for Leicester to force the ball in with Tielemans, but I don't know. I just think there's a chance there on Saturday. It all depends where their confidence is at. If you take our second half into Everton and start well, we've got a chance. But if Everton start how they ended against the Leicester, then it could be good for us. But I don't know. I'm trying to put a positive spin on things, and I know it's crap at the minute, but I'm trying not to think in a negative situation. I know it's negative, but I'm trying to find a positive.
Yeah. Thomas said, I know this season we have been beaten this season, but we need to lose on Saturday. We won't lose on Saturday. We'll probably get a point or something or draw.
Well, I see where he's coming from. Everton are clear favourites, but I'm not going to doubt the lads before a ball's been kicked. At the end of the day, right, I'm confident that if we can show the same attitude that we showed in the second half, and that's the Newcastle of old, then we've got every chance. If we can take the lead against Everton, they're going to open up and they're going to leave gaps at the back. If we can exploit that and get a second goal, there's a chance. Everton, right, are a beatable side. I know they've got great players. They've got James Rodriguez. They've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But they are a beatable side. We beat them at home. I know it's their second string, but we still got a result. Not to forget.
Remember that? I didn't beat them 2-1. So we can't beat them. We can't beat them.
Absolutely.
We can't. Because look at our confidence against Fulham. Go to the game on Tuesday night against Leeds. We should win that game. Confident was building that game. Bringing that to Saturday's game.
Well,
that game.
The thing is, Steve Bruce is not going to leave. The board are not going to get rid of him. So there's no point being even more negative than we already are. We might as well accept what we have. We've got Graham Jones in now, who's there to help Steve Bruce. That means his position's safe. I don't know how. But at the end of the day, we can only try and use that appointment of Graham Jones as a positive in a way that it's new ideas, and hopefully it could change things on Saturday. Do you know what I mean? Now, obviously, I don't get the appointment, but I sort of get it if the board are going down that cheap route of trying to stay in the Premier League. But Mike Ashley's taking a massive gamble here.
Question here: like our team, we have positive. We can still stay positive and just go through this game get through this game on Saturday.
I know what he's saying. Basically, going to the game with a positive attitude. Everton's going to be tough, but if we can sit in, but also hit them on the counter-attack. But not only that, if we can express ourselves a bit more and just get ourselves further up the field and work the keeper like we did against Leeds, then we've got every chance. But it's going to be a tough ask. If we can get through it and come away from Goodison with at least a point, for me, it's a step in the right direction that we can build on it.
So instead, Hendrick, Shelby, or we should play Havertz.
I wouldn't play any of the three, and I haven't even got them in my predicted starting 11.
No, Shelby had a good game on Tuesday night. Hendrick had a crap game. He was
Shelby was okay. It's getting to the point now where he's just okay. It's gone from being the Shelby of old, where he would be the first name on the team sheet. Now he's just not the same anymore. There's a few players that are just not the same anymore, but you could say it's down to the coaching.
There is, because you look at that game where we had results. We had some tough games this past few months. Some tough ones.
Well, tough games, but we've made some of the easier ones look difficult. So, for example, West Brom, we beat them 2-1, but West Brom had chances. They could have got a draw in that game. Sheffield United, we made that one look like the hardest game of the season. I know they've just beaten Man United, but we've had games where we've just shot ourselves in the foot and we've dropped points. Now, Liverpool was a 0-0. We probably hit Liverpool at the right time because since that draw, they've not been the same since. They've obviously lost to Burnley, but I don't know, for us on Saturday, we just need to go down there with the right attitude. Bruce needs to tactically correctly, he needs to tactically get it right. And we need to start off strong because if we're just sitting deep at Goodison, no doubt Everton will be on my case from the very get-go.
This is my friend who I know quite well from football. I would try 4-4-2 with Hayden and Mike Longstaff in the midfield.
That's who I've gone with for me side now. I'm at the point where I've just dropped Shelby, go for Matty, brings more energy into the side, gets it up
I like
the
Mike
field.
Longstaff. He's a young player. He's a young, brilliant young talent lad.
Well, he's just getting thrown into the deep end in these tougher games, isn't he? I think Bruce is saying to him, "Well, go on, prove what a good player you are against the better offsides," and then he gets made to look really bad when we can't control games against these better sides. I know deep down he's a great player. I'd start him every game.
What formation would you play? What do you think we should play? 4-4-2, which is it?
No, I'd ditch 4-4-2 now. I'd ditch 5 at the back. Newcastle should be playing 4-2-3-1, so 4 at the back. You've got your 2 CDMs, you've got your number 10, you've got your left mid, your right mid, and you've got your striker, which will be Callum Wilson. For me, that suits us.
That would do me.
Not only that, Jay, but you need to stop playing players in the wrong position. So, for example, against Leeds, you had Ryan Fraser played in the cam position, and you had Miggy played out wide, whereas Miggy should have been in the number 10, and Fraser should have been out wide.
It should be. He's took the formation, say, right, lads, right. Put Mickey in the middle, where he usually plays. He's number 10. Play him in number 10.
I just don't think he's suited out wide.
He's not. He's better in the middle.
It just if you look at Callum Wilson, he just needs service. And if you got someone like Fraser who, can literally dart down the wing, put a ball in, there's a chance that eventually Callum Wilson's going to get on the end of one.
Because you look at he says as well, play 3-2-4-2-3-1.
It works for us. I think it's the most common formation that a lot of sides use. And to be honest, Steve Bruce went with it last season and it worked. It got results, and I just don't understand why he changed it to 5 at the back and then he went 4-4-2. I understand he wants to get 2 strikers in the game, but the players are just not comfortable at this whole wing back system as well. But as I said before, the 4-2-3-1, it suits us down to the ground.
It does. We need to pay about that, because you look at I have a Richard could be going as well.
I heard that.
Yeah, he could be going back to Bournemouth. That's a bit of a doubt. That's a bit of a sad moment.
My thoughts on Matt Ritchie. Well, it's understandable why Bournemouth obviously are looking for a creative winger. They play 5 at the back as well, so he could suit them. Matt Ritchie's not the same Matt Ritchie that was signed. He's obviously a lot more injury prone, and he just can't keep up with the intensity of the Premier League. Obviously, we nick players from Bournemouth. We're now taking their coaches these days. We'll be taking their kit next. But honestly, I think to get rid of Matt Ritchie, to bring in Jethro Williams, that would be a good straight swap, basically.
Yeah, I like Williams. I always liked him. He was always a great player against when he came on loan to us in the first season. Well,
it's been. Go on.
You see what you say? You see,
I was just about to say with Williams, I think it's a good move for us if I can bring him in again, because he knows the club and he knows how Steve Bruce plays. He just brings a bit more. If Steve Bruce is going to persist with his wing back system, which he keeps persisting with, even though it doesn't work, then Williams is probably your answer for that, because he'll get your favour up the pitch, whereas the likes of Dubbett won't do that. Jamal Lewis, he won't do it on a regular basis, but we'll have to wait and see.
Right, question for both. This is for both of us. Darlow or Dubravka? What's the matter?
I've gone with Dubravka.
Definitely. I thought I need to come in the side now, because Darlow has done well, but bring Dubravka back in the net now.
I think he's had a few shaky games, actually, Darlow, in the last couple of matches recently, and obviously Dubravka's been breathing down his neck. He's number 1 for a reason. I just think against Everton, we need to just rejig the side a little bit and just bring in some more experienced heads. And I think if Dubravka comes in, he could be the difference that we could either get a win or we could get a draw. He could be the difference that we don't lose the game, because he's, like I say, he's very commanding. He speaks, and that's important. Your communication in football is massive, and we need someone like him who can chat. To his back 4, his back 5, whatever Bruce goes with. But I understand why some fans want Darlow, but for me, Dubravka is number 1, always will be.
This is from why Trout Channel says we need to try try and trust our whole under-23 squad instead.
Now isn't the time to be playing inexperienced players. I don't mind putting one or two in to give them some experience, especially in the second half if you're winning the game. But if you're going to go down that route, then you're just asking for trouble. At this moment in time, we're still 6 points clear of Fulham, so we don't want to be taking massive risks.
Yeah, don't do it.
You want to believe in your first team that you've already got. I mean, I've said it before. I believe in the players that we've got, and I know they're all individually decent players. They've all had a hard time. We just need that. We need that one result from somewhere, even if it's like a draw against Everton. If we can build on it for Crystal Palace next Tuesday and get a win at home, there's 4 points in the space of a few days. Do you know what I mean? Then you've got Southampton. If we could somehow beat Southampton next week, there you go. And you've picked up 7 points from like 3 games. Do you know what I mean? At the minute, obviously, you can't ignore the form we're on. But I've got to try and put a positive spin on it because I can't continue to be negative. Otherwise, what's the point?
There's Ali. I think it's that. Hello, on the chat. You alright?
Hello. You alright?
Hello, Bristol City fan. How we doing?
Yeah, good.
We got to move to me as well, and Metro NFC as well. So, what's your thought on the game for Saturday against Everton Newcastle?
Well, Everton are doing really well, aren't they? So I suspect they might go a bit more attacking, and they might have they might go at Newcastle, who might sit back a little bit. So I kind of predict an Everton domination. Really, I'm going to say Everton are going to win. Newcastle at the moment just can't seem to even get a point against the worst team in the league. So yeah. I'm going to say Everton win this game.
What's your from that, Charlie?
It all depends how we start, and it all depends on how, as Annie said, how Everton start their game as well. If they got all attacking and we just sit back, then it's going to be a long afternoon. However, if we go out and have a go, if we show the second half performance that we did against Leeds, and anything's possible. It's this league at this moment in time. Like there's no concrete result. Like you look at the game the other day, Sheffield United go to Old Trafford and winning. 2-1. Then you look at the week before, Burnley beating Liverpool. So anything's possible.
It is possible.
Doesn't matter. You could be the worst side in the league, and yet you can still get a result. We're just got to have more belief in ourselves. I don't know what Graham Jones is going to bring, but let's hope with these new ideas that it changes the fortunes, because something needs to give.
We do.
Graham Jones is he's probably going to stick with the 5 at the back. He's probably gonna help Bruce with that.
Do you know what? It works for Steve Bruce though, because there's no doubt that he likes 5 at the back. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't want to get rid of it. He wants a manager who uses 5 at the back who can help him.
Yeah, he did play 5 at the back at Luton, Graham Jones. So I suspect it's probably gonna be 5 at the back. But the thing at Luton was he had a good combination of centre backs. At Newcastle, he has they have centre backs. But I'm not sure at the different qualities each centre back have. Like Fabian Schär is the only one who can really pass the ball well. Like he can hit a diagonal pass really well. That's the only player at centre back who can do that. Apart from others can't really do that at Newcastle.
No.
I think we've got too much championship quality in our squad. That's a problem. We're still on the hangover of the championship squad. We still need to get rid of some.
We do. We've got Gale. You've got all of them. Gale needs to go now. He needs to go.
Problem is in the pandemic though that it's difficult to sell players.
Who's going to buy them anyways? Who's going to buy them?
Yeah, exactly. We're on rotten form at the minute. No one's going to want to touch our players.
Who's going to want to buy Isaac Hayden, who's one of the most incompetent players I've ever seen? Jamal Lascelles, who's a good player on his day, but who can't do anything at the moment. His form is absolutely dreadful. These players who are the only players who can get Newcastle some money, they're on rotten form. They can't do anything. Just
no, you can't. You can't hide the fact we're in big trouble. Like I say, it was better just to get rid of Steve Bruce rather than be bringing in Graham Jones. Like I say, it's going to be a difficult route forward from here, but I've got to try and put a positive spin on things. And I know it's difficult, but if I didn't have any positive spirit for the side, then I might as well just give up supporting Newcastle. Do you know what I mean?
I think this Graham Jones appointment might signal Steve Bruce's end, because when you bring in an ex-manager,
Oh yeah,
as your
he's gonna jump in as a first team coach. I know what's gonna happen. Give it 2 weeks or a month or 2 months, and he'll be in the job for the full time.
Full-time job.
Yeah.
So we've got some more comments coming in. Tom Handyman says, after Everton, we have mistakes with Fulham doing too late.
But have you seen West Brom and Fulham's fixtures? And even Sheffield United, they've got they're playing each other, so they're gonna drop points sooner or later. Fulham have got West Brom next. Sheffield United have got Man City, but then they've got West Brom next. So and Brighton as well. They've got some important fixtures against teams in and around them. So Newcastle need to pick up some points sooner or later against these home games, like against Crystal Palace. I don't know who else they're playing. Yeah,
Southampton.
exactly. Yeah, they're going to pick up points. Otherwise, they're going to drop deeper and deeper into trouble. They were lucky Fulham didn't win yesterday because Lewis Dunk saved it off the line. If Fulham won yesterday, Newcastle would be... If Newcastle are going down. If Fulham won yesterday, Newcastle would have gone down.
Do you know what it is, all right? You talk about Brighton. I think they're very similar to us as well. Like the struggle to score goals. They're also on a patchy, bad run of form. So if anything, it's going to be a fight between West Brom, Fulham, ourselves, Brighton. And I would say that's it. Really, I think Burnley have obviously pulled away.
I think Sheffield United are gonna pick up. I personally think that they're gonna.
I think they will. But I just don't think they're gonna have enough points. I think they might have just too late.
I
like Chris Wilder, but I think they're going down.
Yeah.
Tom says sell or buy. I heard to hear.
But I look at Fulham at the minute, though. I mean, if they see that game, we're hoping for a draw. If we don't get anything at Everton, we're hoping that West Brom and Fulham draw. But I can see that one of them is going to win, and it doesn't matter who wins it; it's still going to cut the gap, regardless.
Well,
because it'll be West Brom will go ahead of Fulham if West Brom win, or if Fulham win, it'll put them on 16 points. It'll be a 3-point gap. But if West Brom win, they'll go on 14. It'll be a 5-point gap. So it doesn't make any difference. It's still getting cut.
Sheffield United are 3 points off West Brom. They've got West Brom coming up.
Sheffield United got Man City. And I can't see them. Well, I say that. What they did
after Man City, they've got West Brom at home next. After that, if they win, they're level on points. Supposing that West Brom lose to Fulham.
I think if we can't get anything against Everton on Saturday, that Palace game next Tuesday at home is massive, huge.
We've got to win
huge.
Again.
We've got two back-to-back home games next week. We've got Southampton on the Tuesday. We've got Crystal Palace on the Tuesday night at home, and then we've got Southampton at home on the Saturday. 3:00 kickoff for me, and I know Southampton are doing well, but we need 6 points out of those two. That's how desperate it's become, or at least 4 points maximum. 4 points from from them two fixtures alone.
Yeah, and then after that, you've got 2 tough fixtures against Chelsea in the way. So it's like those games are must win.
We're going to get destroyed off Chelsea with Tuchel. Once he gets our team ticking, we're not good.
We're not good. Chelsea.
But the thing is, though, right? We're relying on ASM. You could see the difference the other day against Leeds when ASM and Fraser came on. But at the end of the day, you can't just turn up at like the last 45 minutes. We give ourselves too much to do.
True, I agree.
You can't do that at this level, man. I mean, not just that. We'll do the hard work. We'll get it back to 1-1. And then 4 minutes later, Leeds go up the other end and put in the back of the net. One lapse of concentration.
True.
I think that Villa game where Bruce,
that was a nightmare. That.
Did Bruce go over the back in that Villa game?
And he went. No, I think he went. I think he actually went a 4 at the back.
Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, of course. I think that Villa game just like ended it for me. I mean, you're going at Villa. Bruce managed Villa. Okay, he didn't do particularly well, but anyway, that doesn't matter here. He must motivate his team to go against a rival, and motivate the goddamn team, man. Like,
yeah,
I can't believe they've gone away, they've defended, and then once they've conceded a goal, they're going for it, and then they've conceded another one, and they don't. And then once you go 2-0 down, it almost felt like they didn't know what to do.
That's all confidence at the minute, though. Like once we go 1-0 down, we just seem to collapse unless we've got another half to turn it around. If we're only 1-0 down, it's very similar to the Leeds game. Like we went 1-0 down. Let's be honest, Leeds could have been out of sight in that first half. If you look at the chances they had,
they should have been as well.
And obviously they had it difficult. Obviously, we made it difficult for them in the second half. But at the end of the day against Everton, I'm under no illusions it's going to be a tough game. But we've got to go down there with a mentality that you want to go and win the game, or you want to at least get a point. If you're a footballer playing for Newcastle, you're not going to deliberately go out there and say, "Oh well, throw the towel in. We're going to lose the game." I think if as a footballer you want to get something. But as I'm saying, if we can't get anything at Everton, Southampton and Crystal Palace, they're huge for this football club. Otherwise, if we lose both of them and we lose against Everton, we might as well say we're done.
We're done.
Yeah.
We're done, probably.
By the way, for what, I'm not like disrespecting Crystal Palace because they've done well recently in Southampton. But when you're at home against these sort of sides, and I Southampton are top end of the table, but when you're at home, you've got to get 3 points. It's as simple as that.
You have to get points everywhere you go. It's hard to get the points, but we need to win this game on Saturday.
I do. By the way, I do fear for us if we go down. I just can't. If we went to the Championship next season, I couldn't see we're coming straight back up.
It's a bit like Leeds, isn't it? It's probably an unexpected relegation. Do
you know what? No, do you know what? No, if we go down, it's kind of coming. It's been coming for a while under him.
But no. The fact that you spend that much money in the transfer window, I know it's not like loads of money, but it's still a pretty solid amount of money. They can't afford to pay Callum Wilson wages, Sam Maximan wages, Fraser wages.
He'll be away. Gone.
They can't afford that in the Championship. And
the thing is now though, we're going to be that club that everyone wants to beat. Do you know what I mean? They'll be like everyone's World Cup final, St James's Park, right? Let's go and get 3 points. That's the way it's going to be. Like no disrespect to all the other Championship clubs, but it would have been the same with Leeds, Villa. Obviously, we've been in there twice. Or Newcastle, everyone wants to go and beat them, so it'll be even tougher for Sunderland. Were the same when they went down.
No, but
now, look at them. Look at them in League One now. Like all these small clubs, like Everton, they want to go to Sunderland and win.
They do.
Yeah, but Sunderland are on the way up. I think they've got a good manager, Lee Johnson.
Oh, you'll get them promoted. There's no question about it. But it's what they do in the Championship from there. Because I still don't think. I look at their side. I think it's a good side, like for League One, but it's not. I wouldn't be too sure. Like if probably mid-table for the Championship, I would say for Sunderland if I'm being kind. But hey, we could be good to get the derby back next season.
Definitely get back.
Obviously, didn't get us wrong. I didn't want to get relegated, but if we got relegated, imagine if we got the derby back. That would be so good. That would be so good for the Championship. That fixture.
Be class. But we need to win this game. And this is a must-win game.
What's your thoughts on Bristol City? Then is anything improving?
Well, we've won our last 2 games. We've won against Huddersfield somehow. I don't know how, but we did. We're like 5 points off 4th. We can like try, but it's just like typical Bristol City. We try, and then we just like fall off at the end.
I remember talking to you a few weeks ago, and you were down in the dumps saying the manager's this, the manager's that. But it just goes to prove a few results in a couple of weeks, you can all change.
I mean, football fans are like that. It's just
we're all fickle. We're all fickle.
Exactly.
But that's how it is.
But no, like I say, as a Newcastle fan at the minute, it's all doom and gloom. But something's got to give eventually. Do you know, like what is it? We've had no win in 11 games in all competitions and 5 straight defeats in the Premier League, and I don't understand what the board don't see in that. How that's poor for any level. If you could be a manager in non-league, or if you have that sort of run of form, you get sacked.
You get the sack right now.
But do you know what? If we got relegated and Steve Bruce was the manager, I'd still fear for it. Like I know he'd be a Championship manager, and that's where he's suited. But I just don't think he'd do what he did in Villa. He'd be mid-table.
No. The thing with Villa was Villa were in a mess when he took over.
Spent a lot of money though.
Yeah, but
always getting the playoff final in the playoffs. So always
yeah, exactly. But Villa, the thing with Villa was they had quality, but the team was just like a total mess. It was a bit like Sunderland.
Him tactically, the fans always go to him tactically. That's what the Villa fans say. Well, I was talking to a few of them last week, and they were like, "Oh, he's just tactically not right." Like even after the playoff final, like he just couldn't G them up.
No.
But that's a big game. The playoff final. When they played Fulham, I was like, okay, this is a big game for Bruce, because if he loses this one, which was very likely at the time, he's probably gone, because of the fact that some of their big players who are Premier League quality would leave.
Yeah.
And they just messed up.
My only fear now, right? My only fear now, if we get relegated and we keep Steve Bruce, because we know he's a mediocre Championship manager, is that he's going to keep us mid-table, and that's the way, and that's not good for us. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I didn't want to go down to start with, but if you look at Bruce's track record, that's where he belongs, and I don't want to see we're in the Championship just like scrapping with all these other clubs. If we got relegated, you want to see a promotion push. That's not guaranteed, but it's what you want.
You remember when Mike Ashley said we Newcastle want to win a trophy?
He does not talk some bollocks.
He's lying. He's a liar.
You could win the Championship title again.
Well, he said back in the day, if we can get into fourth place, that's like winning the trophy. Well, we came close in the Pardew, but at the end of the day, it's like most managers we've had, he doesn't back them.
No.
But the thing is, Bruce, I've got no excuses for him, because for me, he's had the backing. At the end of the day, he's just not got the best out of the players that he's had.
No.
He comes out and says, I've never had my strongest lineup. You've had players there that could have got, that Rafa could have got a tune out of, but you just, you've been too foolish.
If Rafa had the same players, they would have been top half.
God.
Easy. At least ninth place maximum.
Would have been. Not bad.
I'm not saying top 7, because that's no guarantee for how weak our squad is, but at least ninth.
Be good.
Yeah.
But at the minute, we're just so way off, and I mean, we're 16th at the minute, and the table doesn't lie. We're in a massive decline.
Yeah.
No.
We laughed at Sunderland about 3 years ago for being bottom of the league pretty much the whole season. Yeah, we're on the verge of going down unless we can pick up a result from somewhere. And I think the thing is, if Fulham don't get a result against West Brom, say that game ends a draw, we get 3 points, then it is looking tough for the bottom 3. But the thing is, where are we getting a win from? That's the question.
Nowhere.
It's got to be Palace or Southampton next week. It has to be.
Got to be like them too.
But the thing is, with us, right, I wouldn't be surprised if we beat Palace and then we just went on another bad run of form where we just wouldn't win in like 5 games. If games are running out, we've got 18 games left.
We need to win.
All the bottom sides, they're all scrapping for their lives. Even like Brighton, I know they were fantastic against Fulham, but they had chances. So did Fulham. These sides are scrapping. West Brom's scrapping. Okay, they got battered off Man City. That's normal. But the thing is that they're still scrapping. Sheffield United's scrapping.
Yeah.
I wish we can get a Europa League, but we won't.
We look a lost cause at the minute.
If you replicate
you remember when we beat West Ham, everyone thought we had a great season, but we've been shocking. Couldn't be shocking.
What are we going to see, Annie?
Oh yeah. The thing is, if you replicate the same first half in the second half, you'll stay up. You because of the low tide at the bottom with like Brighton and Fulham and West Brom, you're going to stay up.
That's what everyone seems to say. Like, you've got some good players. I'm not doubting people that have got good players, but they're just getting poorly managed. Like, if you compare Brighton's side and you compare our side, I'd say we've got a better side on paper. But again, you don't win games on paper. But they're just getting poorly managed. Like, Brighton have got some decent players. Don't get us wrong, but I just don't think they're like up to the standard of what we've got. Do you know what I mean? Like, half of their players wouldn't walk on our side. Maybe Trossard. That's about it.
Brighton have good recruitment, and that's why they are in the Premier League at the moment. Newcastle don't. They just don't have good recruitment.
We are just generally all around poor when it comes to recruitment. We're even good at the loan market. I think there's rumours that Jethro Williams could come back and Richie's got to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So I'm all for Richie going back to Bournemouth if he wants to. I think I love Richie. I think he was a fantastic player for one of my favourites. But he's not the same. He's not the same Richie that was signed. When we got relegated. Great serving for the club, but he's just too injury prone these days.
Yeah. Exactly.
Agreed.
Bournemouth play 5 at the back as well, so he would suit the wing back system.
They're not doing great at the moment, actually.
It's about time we return the favour to Bournemouth. If we keep taking their players and now staff, we'll get you Richie back. There you go.
Come back,
but Jethro knows the club inside out, so he could work Jethro in the long run. He'll get with further up the pitch. I think that could be a good signing for us, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. You see, with Newcastle and spending money or just transfers in general, You just can never tell from one day to the next.
Been shocking.
No, the thing is, why would Jetro Willems want to leave Frankfurt? Because
He's been frozen out.
No, but the thing is, Jetro Willems, his Frankfurt are sixth. They're in the Europa League places. They could.
Oh right. Oh no. He actually he's forced his way back. He actually wants to come back. He doesn't want to be part of the side. Like obviously he signed for us. He had that injury which was unfortunate, but he says he obviously enjoyed his spell at Newcastle. He enjoyed playing around the squad and he wants to come back. So if that's only good signs for us, I would say, Jay, if he wants to come back.
Yeah, true. Again, I get him back completely.
Thing is, he was positive about the goal he scored against Liverpool, just driving up the pitch, just having to go.
He did. He was mint. When we had him at the club, he was the best I've ever had at the club.
If he comes back, he's better than. I mean, he'll give some competition to Jamal Lewis as well, because I rate Jamal Lewis. I just think he's having a tough time because he's got no competition.
Is that a contract doesn't finish until this summer?
Well, but it's pennies over. We'll pay that off. It's a loan deal anyway. Go on, Annie, what you saying?
The thing with Jamal Lewis is he was good in the Norwich team because of the fact that Norwich was so poor. But they just he just like doesn't fit into the Steve Bruce team. I really don't know why, but Norwich was so poor. That's why Lewis and Aarons stood out. That's really now he's getting found out against better players and in a better team, and who have higher expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's only at the end of the day, he's only a young lad. I think he's 23. He plays better in a back four than a back five, and sometimes he's being drafted out as a left wing back. For me, he's not a left wing back. He can get forward, but doesn't do it often enough. But if Jetro comes in, it's a bit of competition that we need. I think that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that doesn't excuse how poor we are in the final third.
Being shocking.
Oh no, you've been missing ASM.
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We looked so much better against Leeds when ASM, Fraser, Almiron, and Callum Wilson were playing. We looked so much better, but I think it could be down to the fact Leeds were open, which Leeds will give you chances. We just didn't. We took one of them, but just didn't take the other gazillion chances we got given.
No.
And the thing is, Leeds are not like clinical.
That's what I'm saying. There's a missed chance. That's what I'm saying. In the second half, we missed a big chance.
We did.
There was a chance on there that even Bielsa said that last 20 minutes, we were right on top of them. Well, that's what I'm saying. We should have got the free. In the end, I'm thinking, well, we should have got a point, but we could have got all three.
Exactly true.
You know what I mean? It's just our luck at the minute. But I'm saying our luck. It's Steve Brewster, just the way he sets up. But that's football. You know, you can't just be poor for 45 minutes and then turn up for the last 45. Not in this league, you can't anyway. You'll get punished.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to stay positive for Everton. We're probably all going to get beat. But I'm trying not to think like that. I think if we could at least get a draw, there'd be something to build on.
It will.
Palace, you know what I mean? You want at this point in the season, you want to build on it.
We do.
Draws are not good enough at the moment for Newcastle.
Oh no! I'm looking at Everton as like away from home. If we, how good they're playing. If we can get a draw at Goodison and then beat Crystal Palace at home, there's 4 points. And if we can somehow get a result against Southampton, there's 7 points from nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Your season could just change like that, and that would be what 19. That'd be 26 points.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's only a scenario, but we need to get a result from. We need a win, desperate now. I mean, we've got the worst run of form in the league, and you can't excuse that.
Got it. I've seen it. We're seeing when he win this game.
I looked at the Premier League table yesterday on Match of the Day, and all you can see, everyone else has got like win, draw, loss. Some of them have got like lost, draw, loss. Newcastle's is lost. Lost.
Lost. But
literally, right? With that embarrassing, right? I think Gary Lineker was talking about the bottom end of the table. He just missed out Newcastle because I don't think he wants to embarrass us anymore. How bad it is. It's literally L. It's literally we're at the point now where we're actually competing with Wales for a new Welsh town.
We are like probably will.
But something's got to change. I mean, do you know what, the way this how the league's been going at the minute? I wouldn't be surprised if somehow St. Maximin turns up and we beat Everton 1-0. I wouldn't be surprised. We've done it before.
You look at West Ham. They're fourth in the league. They're fourth.
Well, Aston Villa, right? Aston Villa are the definition of what can happen if you get rid of Steve Bruce. West Ham are the definition of what can happen if you give your manager a bit of time. Now, Steve Bruce has had plenty of time, but David Moyes, for me, didn't get the time in the first time he was there. He got, for me, harshly sacked, got given the job again. Look what he's done.
Brilliant.
Bit of investment as well, proper investment as well. He's had, I would say, David Moyes, and look what he's doing now.
The thing with David Moyes,
he's good.
The thing with Moyes as well is he got rid of some like big players, Felipe Anderson, Sebastian Haller, and he's doing really well. That's
our problem. We've still got Joe Linton, right, who we played for 40. I think we actually bought Joe Linton the same time they got Haller. They were at the time two exciting Brazilians. Joe Linton's been an absolute flop. Mike Ashley will not do anything with Joe Linton. He'll not want anything less than he paid for him. Which, don't get me wrong, Mike Ashley's not going to get 40 million quid back for Joe Linton. No chance. You'd be lucky if you get 5.
Or 6.
West Ham got their losses on Haller, and they have Antonio now, but Newcastle have Wilson. They just get like 20 million for Joe Linton.
We're not going to get 20 million for Joe Linton. I can't even see that. I think we'll be lucky if we get between 5 and 10 million quid.
Mm-hmm.
The lad can barely shoot. Like, he's literally got a shot of a 5-year-old. Like, if you watch him, you know what I mean. You've tried putting him out on the wide, on the left hand side, and yet he still doesn't do anything. He's meant to be a number 9. He can't even do it. He struggles.
He's struggling.
He's not. I don't even think personally, and I don't like a disciplined player, but he's not in Premier League level. Not for me. Not now. Not at this moment in time. He's not. He's so way off the mark.
He's crap.
I got criticised in the summer on my channel when I said, "Oh, Joe Linton should never have been given the number 9 shirt again after what he did the first season," and I've been proven right. What's he done?
This is Thomas says Joe Linton out.
Like, Steve Bruce nowadays doesn't even pick him. That says a lot. He doesn't even get played out wide anymore. That's how bad he is. He just goes missing. He just stands around. I mean, he barely holds the ball up.
Exactly, because he's shocking.
Do you know what I mean? I'd rather play Isaac Hayden up front. At least he gives a bit more.
Exactly.
That's literally what it's come down to. But I think we're going to have to eventually, if we go down, we're going to have to take losses on Joe Linton. We've got no choice.
We have to. Exactly. I agree.
There's no way we're going to pay his wages in the Championship.
No way.
Thing is, I think we'd probably flog him to probably like a Belgium club or something, or like an Italian club. He'll go off somewhere.
He will get our club.
Nowadays, China, you can't just flog players off to China now because they've got a wage cap.
You know how been back in Newcastle now, Charlie, is Mr. Rondon.
He won't come back now.
No.
He's too old now. He's not. He wouldn't be the Rondon that he was a couple of years ago.
No, he's been out there since when? Since Rafa
left. And he was going to say something, I'm sure, unless he cut out.
Oh no. If Newcastle do go down, and they stay there for let's say 3 or 4 years, the parachute payments will run out. They'll have to sell. They'll have to sell their young players. They'll have to sell their players who've shown a bit more quality in the Championship. And unless the players decide to take a massive wage cut, they're gonna have to sell them all, and then they'll have to rebuild, which will take another 3 or 4 years. So Newcastle could be in the Championship for about 10 years.
Do you know what? And you're right. It's possible if you look at what's happened to Leeds. If you see what's happened to Forest, Sheffield Wednesday, we're no different to anyone else. Just because we've been around the Premier League longer than most, we've been out the Premier League twice. That doesn't mean that we're going to be out. If we go down this time, that we're not going to come straight back up. It can happen, but we've done that twice, and yet we've still not learned any lessons. Now, I do feel like if we do go down, there'll be a mass exodus like there was. But you know what it is, and I said it on my channel a few days ago. It wouldn't be a bad thing if we went down and we started just getting rid of players that just simply aren't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be a bad thing. Like, if we could just cut down the weekly wages, then I'm sure the club. I don't think they'll wait on staying in the Championship for a couple of years and the parachute payments force in our hands. I think Mike Ashley would do it anyway.
Yeah,
he's a businessman. That's what he'll do. He'll just try and help the club. But right now I don't want to think about that. But you can't help but look at an instant relegation back to the Premier League, back to the Championship, because right now we just can't. Even if we do win a game, we can't string results together. We can't even do the basics in this league.
Ashley won't use the parachute payments though.
No, that's what I'm saying. The thing is, when we've been down twice, he has actually spent a lot more money than when we've went down to when we've been in the Premier League. But I think if we go down for a third time, I don't think he's going to get so lucky.
No, he won't.
Especially if we go into next season and there's still no fans, which I hope there is. I think it's going to be tough for a club like us.
Very tough. Very tough.
Because that's what pushes us. Like I would say, when we went down twice, not only was it down to the managers, but the fact we've got a massive fan base that gets behind the side against the lads, we've got a chance. Obviously, it doesn't always win you games, but it's nice to have a massive crowd behind you.
It does. I miss
Do you know
what the
what I mean?
game. I miss going to the games, mate. I miss it.
But with 18 games to go, it still sounds like a lot of games, but they're slowly running out. That's a thing. We need to start. We need to get a win from somewhere eventually, and who knows? Like I say, even a win against Palace, if it's going to be Palace or it's going to be Southampton, it's a kickstart that we need.
We do need something sorted.
The problem is, all right, we have got fighting spirit in us, because I've seen it last season under Bruce. St. Maximin, we went down to Southampton, we won 1-0. Brighton, we got a draw. We've beaten some sides that we probably shouldn't have beaten, but that's the Premier League, and then nothing's changed. This season at last.
Goodison last season as well.
Yeah, I think we got very lucky in that game, to be fair. I mean, I don't know what Pickford was doing. I mentioned that in my match preview, but eventually something's got to give, because it's going to get to the point now where, as you mentioned, Annie, that eventually Steve Bruce will walk away, or he'll resign, or the board will sack him, and that Graham Jones will just take over and we'll just get relegated.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be surprised, right, if we got relegated and they keep him on as manager, like what they do with Chris Hughton, and they give him a chance.
Yeah.
Would you be surprised at that? I wouldn't, personally.
If Steve Bruce does get sacked, but Eddie Howe straight on.
I hate to tell you what, though, Annie, it could be a trip to Bristol City next season, unless he's got.
Or Stoke City. Yeah.
Well, I'll just hope Bristol City don't
Or
get
Stoke
him
City, and Stoke as well. It's the same. Stoke's the same.
I don't know. I really do think if we got relegated, I think we'd struggle now, because I look at the Championship these days and it's getting tougher and tougher by the year. Even under Rafa Benitez, we didn't go up. We went up with like 3 games to go, and then we got the title on the last day. It was out of our hands, and Villa messed up, and Brighton messed up, and we got the title. But if we went down this time, I think I think we'd win enough games. I think we'd definitely be in a playoff hunt, but I don't think we'd be comfortable with what we've been the last couple of times in the Championship, where we've got up automatic.
Especially with teams like Coventry, Barnsley, Luton, who are all.
That's what I'm saying. Away from home, we've got a shocking record on the road. Like if we went to teams like Bristol City away, if we went to like Forest away, Sheffield Wednesday, these are like sides that'll be up for it against us.
You might not play Sheffield Wednesday next season.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like even Blackburn, like all these clubs, right? They'll raise their game against us. That's what they'll do. It's Newcastle. All clubs, or even against even the clubs that are in the Championship now, like Sheffield Wednesday, Stoke, and all that. The smaller clubs are going to raise the game.
Well,
yeah, because it's like it's a big club like Newcastle, and they're like this like probably one of a lifetime opportunity going to St James's Park.
Exactly.
Putting a performance in.
Well, I remember Bristol City when you went 2-0 up, and I thought, these have got this win here, and then all of a sudden we came back. I mean, we could have won it in the end, but that's the Championship. Yeah. Like you just went for it first half. You know what I mean? You didn't just sit back.
No team sits back. Not anymore. Not anymore. They don't, because a few years ago we had Rafa, Chris Hughton, Karanka, managers like that who are more pragmatic and.
Carlos, I rated him as well at Sheffield Wednesday. I still rate him now. Actually, could do a job.
You look at you look at every club like Championship, League One, and us. Compare all them and us. We need to win this game on Saturday. It's gonna be hard and tough one to do because
even teams in League One like Pompey, Hull, who are coming up, who are likely to come up.
Hull's coming up again.
And they are going to challenge the big boys in the Championship.
It's going to be a tough ask, I think, for us on Saturday, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, Jay, I need to go now, but I'll speak to you soon. And Annie, good to speak to you, mate.
Take care.
Take care, man.
Take care. Coming in. So, Ali, there we go, mate. He said it there. TV said it. We need to improve now.
Yeah, you do. I think you can kind of ignore this Goodison Park trip because I know it's a bit of it's a big game for Bruce, but I think you can kind of ignore it just because of where Everton are and look at their form as well. I think Crystal Palace and Southampton you've got to focus on. They're 2 big home games.
We do. So I can comment before there. Do you think Carroll will leave? Probably
Yeah,
yes.
he will. He will. He will
You
leave.
go. I can good comments there, like, but it's getting on. We need to win this. We need to win this game
Yeah. Bruce
because this is
needs to go 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-2. No more five at the back, and just go for it. There's no point sitting back. Just go for it.
we need to win.
Hmm.
We need to win big now because it's a very difficult time for the team and every football club and all this. It's been waiting for hell this year, the last few years.
Yeah.
Pandemic and all this crap going on, but this Everton game we might win. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's
Let's
not
do it.
easy for anyone. It's not easy for anyone, is it?
It's not.
No.
Especially Newcastle fan like us and your City fan. Look at us. We're going down, but we need to win.
100%.
We need to win.
100%.
Everything does. Every couple does. Everything goes. Head over until the chat mate. Look, it's not so fun. Until the chat mate. So look like the week there, like week against Leeds, we got beat. Look at every football club minute. It's been horrendous.
It is. It is. It's just like it's just Newcastle are being more affected because of the fact they have got a big stadium, fan base, but just because of Mike Ashley's lack of investment, really, to just get his own money into the club.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've got to go, mate. Sorry.
You bye, mate. Yeah, take care, man.
Thanks. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. So that was the best City fan. So there it is. We're gonna get beat again. Everton on Saturday. Predictions. We're gonna get beat. I'm saying 3-0 Everton. But all I might say one in Newcastle, I don't know. But how we're gonna plan it this weekend, I don't know. I don't know. If you're new on here, please check my channel out on YouTube. Please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. It will make a hell of a peeling for me to get these, to where I need to be. But anyway, it's been a cracking preview so far. If anyone wants to come in for the last 5-10 minutes, want to come in, the links in the chat now. Please let you know in the chat. I've been in this about 5 or 10 minutes. We can get myself right here in a minute or two. But it's been a cracking preview, so once you come in, please let me know for the last 10 minutes. And the Everton fans as well, Newcastle fans want to come in. See about their club or Newcastle, they've been shocking. Bad performance, bad turnout, been shocking. Not a good start, but there it is. Not a good start at all. Poor. Frustrating. But Everton on Saturday. Keep it up, mate. What a great shot. Keep it up, mate. Keep up. Thank you for the great chat there. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Been a super stream. Thank you, Thomas. 3-2-1 long. Thank you very much, mate, for the wee comment there, mate. Thank you very much. Been a super stream. Been amazing as always. But if you don't know who I am, to know the banner says please go back to NSC. Tell your friends about me trying to bet on NSC. It's been a cracking ride. Been a very good stream today. Been a very good stream. Been a cracking stream today. We should have, but thank everyone for being in the chat and part of the stream, being brilliant. Thank everyone. It's been for everyone being in the chat, being great, being really good. Have everyone in the chat. Some great comments. So I can read them all out because we're chatting too long. So I can read all your comments out. I will next time. But it's been a sort of stream. Big game on Saturday, live on the TV, BT Sport. How about your kickoff? See what happens on Saturday. Against Everton, this is our chapter C. Thanks for coming on. Please subscribe to my channel C. I'll see you next time for the next live stream. hopefully we get something. Goodbye, mate. Have a good day. I will do, mate. Take care of yourselves. And subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Ta-ra.